Hi guys, sitting here on the coach. Now a few people have asked me what I do for cleaning inside the coach. Hopefully you've seen the video of me doing the outside and all the stuff that we do outside of the yard, but people have also asked what I do inside. So I have an allocated coach. You may now know that already. Hannah is my coach. What that means is that I drive her pretty much probably 90% of the time, maybe more. One of the reasons why coach companies particularly, and trucks as well, give allocated vehicles to drivers is there's much more chance that driver is going to look after that vehicle better than if it's just different people driving it every day, because whoever's got it, they haven't got it the next day. They may not have that vehicle again for weeks, even months, and so they just kind of they do the bare minimum but don't go above and beyond. When you have an allocated vehicle, it's very hard not to go above and beyond, really. And I know I've kind of developed maybe a bit of a reputation where I work, where I am a bit anal with my coach. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care what people think about me and my coach. I don't care if they think I go over the top or not, because I know that this is my coach and I know that this coach looks good and clean and nice and friendly and welcoming to the passengers I have on my coach. So I don't care what people say about me, but I probably am a little bit anal on my coach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a few videos over a few days, couple of weeks or so, just highlighting all the bits I do inside the coach. So I'm probably going to hand over to VoiceOver Robin now to take over, but I hope you enjoy this video of the cleaning I do inside Hannah. And here I am, VoiceOver Robin. Now before I go any further, I just need to address two groups of people who are watching this video. The first is anyone who is a passenger, or might be a passenger, or basically anyone who is not a fellow driver. Now you may or may not know, but there's a 90% or even more chance that the coach you are travelling on was cleaned on the inside by the driver and not by cleaning staff. Now in the case of Skills, where I work, we do have cleaners. We have a whole cleaning team. They work 24 hours a day. Well, not individually, as a team, they work 24 hours. But we have so many vehicles that it's just impossible for cleaners to go on those vehicles with any consistent regularity. The team of cleaners would have to just be massive in order to fulfill that. So the reality is that given, unless there's extenuating circumstances, the drivers run out of hours, all that kind of stuff, then there's a likelihood that the cleaner will not go in your coach for easily a couple of weeks or more, just so they can get around them all. So what that means is that the driver has to do it all themselves. So as I say, there's a great chance that the driver of your coach is the person who's cleaned your coach before you are on it, and there's a really good chance that it will be them cleaning them after you have been on it. So I just wanted to make that clear, because I don't think passengers often don't realise that it's the driver who does it. At the end of a possibly already long driving day, the driver has then got some amount of time, could be a decent amount of time, cleaning on the coach as well. So if you are a passenger, then please remember that, and try and help the driver where you can with rubbish on the coach, that kind of stuff, keeping the seat area a little bit tidy. Don't throw rubbish on the floors unnecessarily. Just help out your driver a little bit, if that's okay. Now the second group of people is my fellow drivers. Now guys and girls, this is not meant to be clean wars. This is not someone cleans their coach better than someone else does, or I clean my coach some better than someone else does, or someone does this cleaning and someone does that cleaning, and people don't clean this and people don't clean that, and I clean this one more often. It's not any of that, guys. Let's use this. This is just a showcase of what I do. It's my choice. This is what I do. So please don't make comments about, oh, you clean this better, or I clean this better, or the person does this, or rah rah rah. I'm not interested. This is we want to see. We need to support each other. So let's help each other. If we got tips and hints and whatever, help those out. Let's help each other out, and not just just make nasty comments about cleaning for no reason. Now, if that's all okay, let's hop to it, eh? The first thing to say is that where I work, the rules are that every coach should be swept and mopped once a day, ideally at the end of the working day, and that will include doing things like seat backs back to upright, tray tables folded, footrests raised, seat belts done up, tidy the seat area, obviously pick up, rubbish needs to go as part of the sweeping and mopping. So that's stuff that has to happen every day as a minimum. So let's start off with that, shall we? Here we are. My process for this is to sweep all the seat pads off using a soft brush to get all the crumbs and stuff onto the floor. Then I'll go through and do all the seat backs, seat belts, tray tables, all that kind of stuff, tie them all up there, do that. Then after that I will then sweep off all of the floors into the middle aisle. Then I will mop all the side floors. There's a reason why I do it in that order. And then once it's mopped and dry, I will then sweep brush the carpet down the middle. The reason I do that last is that mopping the floors sometimes pulls little bits of stuff out from under the radiators if you haven't hoovered there recently. So it's easier to get them out using the mop and then just brush them off onto the main carpet and then sweep the main carpet at the end. So that's then the full length of the coach and the front steps and all that kind of stuff as well. So that's the basics there. Most of my fellow drivers will know this already, but for other people who don't, the technique here for sweeping the carpet is to sweep the back to the middle and then come down to the front and sweep the front to the middle. The reason you don't sweep the whole lot down to the front is that because of course the cab area is significantly lower in height than the main floor area, all you end up doing is sweeping a whole load of dust and small bits straight off of that carpet onto your dashboard, which you then have to clean off afterwards. So you quickly learn not to do that. So sweep it all to the middle. You can see me here picking up the bigger bits, throwing them into the rubbish bag that's by there. And then you'll see in a second I'm about to sweep all the rest of it out that middle door, and you just dust and small bits there outside. And after I've done that, I'll then of course sweep the back stairs themselves. You'll see a picture of those later on for something else, but sweep the back stairs off and then come around the front and sweep the whole of the cab area and the front stairs and sweep that out as well. So then all the carpets are all swept and all the stuff is all nice and gone. So that's the company daily minimum requirements done. On top of that, I do some more stuff. Every day I will dust the dashboard, as you can see me doing here. The other thing that I will clean every day is the toilet. Now, before you say that's obvious, you may know or you may have experienced that many coach toilets certainly don't get cleaned every day. However, I will do mine. It's impossible to film in there because this, as you can see in the photo here, is actually nowadays one of the bigger coach toilets. There are plenty much smaller than this, but even this is not big enough to get a camera in and film. But it's a toilet, so obviously the toilet itself gets cleaned with toilet cleaner, and then all the seat and the plastic surrounds the sink and everything else you can see gets cleaned with just regular cleaner. It's not difficult, it just gets done every day. But anyway, so that's the toilet. So that's all the everyday jobs done. After that, I have a whole load of jobs that I just do kind of periodically. So I'll just cycle around them, doing, you know, maybe 1 or 2 each day or every couple of days, just to get around them all in a good time frame. Or I'll just see what looks a little bit dirty and what needs cleaning. Since we're in the toilet area currently, let's stay there. And this is doing the servery on the top of the toilet. Now, my servery doesn't get used for hot drinks. I don't do hot drinks on my coach, so it doesn't get particularly dirty. It doesn't get, you know, tea and coffee and whatever spilt on it, because I don't do tea and coffee. So this doesn't get terribly dirty, but I do it every now and again. And after that is the headrests, which you can imagine get a bit greasy every now and again, so worth doing those. Obviously the seats and the area around them bear the brunt of the mess and dirt and stuff, so I'll go around and I'll actually hoover the seat pads, and while I'm there, the walls, as you're about to see, are made of this sort of slightly flocky, slightly furry stuff, so it's just while I'm there with that little brush end, worthwhile just kind of hoovering some of the bits and stuff off that flocky stuff. So I bought myself a little battery powered Henry, and that's how I'm doing these things. And then using the little curvy thin end, I'll hoover the tops of the radiators, the little rail on the side there, which is what the seat's fixed to, and then under the radiators. I think this is a design flaw on these Mercs to have a gap under the radiators, but nonetheless it does, so hoover those. And then actually down the side of the seats itself, so just hoover that all out, and I'll also mop it or clean it if I need to as well. I've found that a pasting brush is the perfect size to just get that rail between the edges of the seats, and again I'll clean those if I need to. And then the next job is to do all the side pieces of the seats, so just again wipe them all down, all those metal edges all the way up and down. Next is what I call the verticals. So this is all of those bits of interior trim that are mostly this wood effect stuff, but obviously vertical. So they don't get particularly dirty as such, but they get, you know, toe stub marks or scuffs or just bits and pieces on them. So I'll go around and do all of these in the coach. So there's various of these around the coach coming up. Just a couple more things coming up. This one, obviously, tray tables. And the last thing is cleaning the inside of the windows. This one's a little bit more interesting, I suppose, and I use what I call the Duff technique after a friend of mine who called Craig I drove with many years ago. He's the one who showed me how to do this. I know different people do it different ways and different people have different techniques and stuff, but this one basically uses very little water but lots of soap. So it's very foamy, very bubbly. And as you can see, it just puts kind of a layer of soapy kind of stuff on the windscreen without it being really very wet. So of course it's key here to get the lower half of the window, because that's where people put handprints and rest heads, that kind of stuff. But anyway, so give it a good soap, get your window squeegee, and just single down strokes, and make sure you wipe it off each time as I'm doing. And it just works fine like that, and then it's just run along and clean off the wall trough, the sill, and any drips that are spilled on the seats, and some clean up afterwards. And that's basically how I do the windows, and I go around the whole coach doing it like that. Probably takes around about maybe 50 minutes, something like that, to do the whole coach by the time you go around it all. But anyway, so that's the windows. Right at the end, I'll just run down the length of the coach with an air freshener spray. Now, I'll normally do this facing in the other direction so as not to spray myself in the face, but that didn't make a very good video. Okay, that's all the things I wanted to show you in this video. Other than all that stuff, I'll do stuff a bit more ad hoc, just as when it needs doing. So things like hoover out the driver's cab area, that often gets neglected on coaches. Checking the seats for spills and whatever, and trying to baby wipe those up, you know, as soon as I can. Really just looking around and seeing if anything looks dirty or grubby or greasy or whatever needs cleaning, to do that. But there we go, that's a bit of the inside cleaning that I will do on Hannah on a regular basis. Just remember, fellow coach drivers, remember this isn't Clean Wars. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you don't follow me on Instagram, come and do that. I'm at RiBeRobin Videos on Instagram. Please leave a comment below. And as always, guys, take care, drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.